everybody, and welcome back to another TMI Moment. I am so excited that you are tuning in with me today. I am Terra. Y'all go ahead and comment. Let me know that you're watching. If you're catching the replay, do hashtag replay. Y'all like and share the video. Let someone know that you're watching. We are going to go ahead and jump right in. But before we do, if you have not done so already, click the link in the description screen so that you can subscribe to our YouTube channel. Y'all know we are doing some restructuring of TMI, so we are going to be positioning our videos a little bit different in the upcoming weeks or months, and so I want to make sure that we all stay connected. All right, so a couple of you did respond and ask some questions this week, and so I think I can answer those questions pretty much in one answer. Okay, I think I can group it all together because they all were kind of related. And so y'all remember that the information that I share with you should not replace any professional advice. If you need a licensed counselor or therapist, please seek one. If you're struggling with mental health issues or any type of emotional trauma that you need a professional to assist you with, I am not a licensed professional to assist you with that. However, the information that I do share with you, use it at your own discretion. All right. So y'all see, I'm all excited. Y'all know when I get excited, I get tongue tied. So y'all excuse me. But we're going to go ahead and go on. We are live, so you got to keep it rolling. All right. Anyway, so the question was how to improve your self-esteem. That is basically the gist of the questions. And so those of you who reached out to me, I would love to connect with you all. I would love to connect with all of you. So if you would like to learn more about what TMI does, please reach out to me and I definitely will get back in contact with you and let you know everything that we are doing and how I can assist you in achieving your goals. So, how can we improve our self-esteem? Self-esteem has been one of the major struggles that I've had in my life. And so this really touched me deeply. So I'm gonna try not to, go off and give y'all too many examples and just kind of help you see how you can improve your self-esteem. First and foremost, we need to understand that self-esteem is how we perceive ourselves, and it's a very cognitive process. And so if we're not careful, it can be very detrimental to us being who we truly and authentically are. And so self-esteem is the way that we understand or evaluate our value or our worth, and it is the ultimate belief we place on ourselves. And so people with high self-esteem, of course, they tend to be more comfortable with their true selves. They're more comfortable with demonstrating what they feel in their heart that they want to do. They will step out, they will start the business, they will step out, they will record the CD, they will step out, they will talk, they will be just who they feel that they are, or who they feel they want to be. Those of us who have struggled with low self-esteem, sometimes the fear of being judged leads us to behave in ways that is not necessarily aligned with what's in our heart. Is not necessarily aligned with what we believe we're supposed to be doing or supposed to be, because we want to feel accepted and we want to feel loved by others. So we prejudge how they are going to receive us based on how we perceive ourselves. I shared a video on my page that Pastor YPJ shared, and I want y'all to go back and I want y'all to look on my page. It's the post that has like 3 double red exclamation points, and in the description bar, Pastor YPJ says, if you don't see yourself right, you will judge how you feel others see you. It's not God's will for you to be insecure about who he has created, called, and covered you to be. See yourself right and your life will be more fruitful. Y'all look at that yourselves. I'm not going to try to reteach it, but that is a phenomenal. When I got these questions, I was like, oh, y'all, look at that. Because he speaks so much truth, and it's only a couple of minutes, but it's so powerful in those few minutes. So How can I improve? Let me give you a couple of practical ways that you can improve your self-esteem. Number one is appreciate yourself. Appreciate who you are. Love being with you. Love, be your best friend. Be your own best friend. I shared that the other day. Take some time out, hang out with just you, just have some me time. And when you do that, it will help you build a level of comfort of just being with yourself, and knowing that you are important, you are worth that time. Instead of always, sometimes when you struggle with low self-esteem, when you're around other people, it's like they make you feel better about who you are. Learn to do that for yourself. Learn to be your biggest cheerleader. Learn how to lift up your own spirits. Learn how to love your own self. And if you can learn how to love yourself, if you can learn how to lift up your spirits, if you can learn how to be your own best friend, guess what? That in and of itself will begin to make you appreciate yourself so much more. Then be proud of the accomplishments that you made. A lot of times we can congratulate everybody else, but when we do something, then we're critiquing it. We're tearing it down. We're going through it with the fine tooth comb to see how we could have done it better. But we've all accomplished something in life, and so it could be something simple or it could be something big. But whatever it is, take the time to appreciate yourself. Take the time to list out those things that you've accomplished in your life and appreciate it, even if it's something small like making your bed. Y'all know I'm a homeschool teacher. I am I'm a homeschool mom. I'm a wife. I have my own business. I work full-time with the church ministry. I do a whole bunch of things, and so I have like to-do lists for everything. And so sometimes I have on my to-do list that I'm going to clean like 3 or 4 rooms in the day, and I may not get to it because something else has popped up. Maybe my daughter or my son needed extra assistance with their work or whatever that day, and so I didn't quite get to that. But if I made the bed that day, then let me clap my hands for myself. If I swept, let me clap my hands. I don't even if you said that you were going to clean the whole house, and you were only able to take the trash out, clap for yourself, and then make another goal and try to accomplish that. Make small goals, and then each time that you accomplish that, then clap for yourself. Learn, there's a saying, learn how to clap for yourself. That is so true. And when you can genuinely clap for yourself, then and be proud of those things that you do accomplish, focus on those positive parts, versus those negative things. One thing that when I was struggling with low self-esteem, when I would accomplish something, I would go to a workshop, and I was presenting the workshop. I would look at all the time. Oh, I should have said it. I should have done it this way. I missed this. I missed that. And people would say, "Oh, you did such a great job. You did it." And I would be like, "Thank you, thank you." And in my head, I'm like, they're just telling me that because that's just polite to say or whatever. And I really didn't believe it. I really didn't feel it. But that was because I was focusing on the negative and not the positive. But when I began to focus on the positive, guess what? The next time that I had to do a workshop, I had more confidence to do that workshop because I didn't focus on all the things that I did wrong. I focused on all the things I did right. And I kept building up from the things that I did right. So yeah, I'm not saying don't make improvements, but build up from the things that you did right instead of trying to pull yourself down with the things that you did wrong. And then recognize your skills. Everybody's good at something. Everybody. I don't care what it is. If you have a hard time identifying what skills you have, then ask somebody that's around you. Tell me something that you think I'm good at. Can you list a couple of things that you feel that I have skills in doing? It's nothing wrong with asking people around you. Remember, I said the other day, Check your circle of friends. If you're around people and they can't list nothing about you, you need to check your circle of friends. Okay, you need to check the people that's around you, because that affects your self-esteem as well. But if you have a difficult time, it could be something like, you're good at carpentry work, you're good at drawing, you're good at cooking, you can sing, or you can play an instrument, whatever it is. Or you may be a great teacher. Some people are just great at explaining some stuff. Some people are maybe you may be a great writer. You can do poetry really well, whatever it is. Or you may have like soft skill, what they call soft skills. You may be a great listener. People may just like to come to you and talk to you. You may not necessarily have the answer, but you listen, and you listen, and then you don't share it. Or you may be very compassionate, or you may be a giver. Whatever those skills are, list them down. When you begin to focus on those positive things about yourself, then it makes you have greater self-confidence. And then this is the last thing, y'all. And this is major. Learn how to love your body, because a lot of times our self-esteem issues stem from us loving not the inner part of us, but the outer part of us, or what other people see. Learn to love your bodies, and that's probably one of the most significant accomplishments that we all can make in life, because study has shown that about 40% of men and over 90% of women are unhappy with their bodies in one way or the other. And a lot of times we may think that it is, let me put my phone, my thing on do not disturb. I thought it was. I'm sorry about that. But anyway, a lot of us um think that people who have self-esteem issues with their body is just somebody who's big and they want to lose weight. But there are sometimes people who are smaller who wants to gain weight. So it goes on both sides of the thing. Or there may be a flaw in your body that you don't like, or whatever. And I'm not saying don't work to improve it, but what I'm saying is be kind to yourself, be compassionate to yourself, be supportive of yourself, just like you would be with someone else. Many times when we're hard on ourselves, we're not hard on our friends. Like our friend, well, girl, you don't look that. No, all you got to do is, and we can offer them all kinds of advice, but we don't take it ourselves. Let us begin to appreciate ourselves. Let us begin to be proud of our own accomplishments. Let us recognize our skills and learn to love our bodies. And then we're able to improve our self-esteem. And then, I told you the other day, knowing who you are in Christ, that will help improve your self-image. Knowing who you were made in the image and the likeness of God. So there got to be something good about you, because God is good. And so understand this too, that sometimes we go through cycles. We go through times where there are highs, and sometimes they're low. Sometimes we feel like we can conquer the world all by ourselves, and then sometimes we feel like we can't even get through this moment. But we cannot base our life on our feelings, because our feelings are temporary. And when we learn how to manage those properly, then we don't focus on the negative feelings. We put more emphasis on the positive feelings. And we also have to learn that self-esteem, the listen to the first word. I hit the mic. I'm sorry about that. Listen to the first word. Self. It starts inside of you. So yes, it may have been your spouse who may have said something or looked at you a certain way that began to, play in your head. Um, what you're feeling about yourself. It may have been a parent, it may have been a child. One, because your children, they gonna be honest, and sometimes if you are struggling, they can say something innocently, and it begin to tear you down because you're focusing on that negative part of it. If we can get our mind to not focus on that negative thing and begin to focus on the positive. People used to say, and I'll share this and then I'm gonna go. when I was coming up, I was a very outspoken person, and I would say some things, and because I was outspoken, people would automatically, even sometimes when I wasn't being outspoken, they would come and they would just say stuff to me any kind of way, as if I didn't have any feelings either. And so I figured, if people could talk to me any kind of way, I could talk to them any kind of way too, right? No, that wasn't true. And so because really the reason why I started talking like that is because innocently I would say some stuff and people would feel some type of way. And it was really, I just needed to, well, and my parents, they began to, tell me, you don't say everything that you feel. Or if somebody asks you a question, if it's not positive, then you got to learn how to say, something with tact, with a little bit more tact, and with a little bit more, put a little honey on it, versus just, I just give it to you straight up, And so I had to learn that, despite how other people are perceiving me, I have to perceive myself a certain way. And even when I began to change, people still were perceiving me that way. But what helped me was I didn't stop. I continued to do the work on myself, and I wasn't focusing on what they said about me. I began to look at self. I began to look inside, and I began to improve, and I began to tell myself, girl, you did good. You didn't go off. You didn't say what was on your mind. Girl, you did good. I would begin to speak to myself and be proud of myself. I would, those moments when people would ask me a question, and I still was able to be honest without being brutally honest, or without or I would just defer from answering the question. I'd be like, girl, you did good, and that helped me get to a place to where that rejected feeling that I had, or that that rejected feeling that people are just never going to accept what I say, people are never going to feel, understand me. Like, I just wish they understood that I really love them. I stopped trying to convince people of that, and I just started just being me. And I would applaud myself, and then I began to see other people started to applaud me and was like, girl, I see a change in you. And I was like, thank you. But I wasn't all caught up on their accolades or anything like that, because I had already given my own self that. Because see, if you get caught up on the hand claps of other people, then when they stop clapping for you, then you'll be torn down by that. That's why it's important for you to be proud of yourself. That's why it's important for you to appreciate yourself. So when somebody else don't, that's okay, because I still appreciate me. All right. Yeah, I hope that was helpful. Listen, y'all let me know if that was helpful to you. And those of you who asked the question, y'all send it through the inbox. So y'all can inbox me and let me know if that was helpful. Again, I would like to work closely with some of you, so to help you find your voice inside of the noise, like I have been able to, as we go through this process. And if you haven't gotten the book, I will remind you again, you can go to my website, www.2ask.tmi.com, and you can order the book, and you can get the physical copy or you can get the ebook copy, either way. But it helped me. I was able to find my voice inside of the noise. I want to help you be able to find your voice inside of the noise and be the authentic you. Y'all, this has been your TMI moment. Don't forget to click the link to subscribe to our YouTube channel. This is the day that the Lord has made. Make a conscious, calculated decision to rejoice and be glad in it. Don't forget to like and share the video. I'll see y'all next week. Bye-bye.